Hi, going on live again to look at some really fantastic photos that came up of some wall mosaics from Nero's Golden Palace, and these are really quite unique because obviously very few of these wall mosaics exist. So let's have a look at those. I'm Lawrence Payne, Rome Mosaic Workshops, and let's have a look through these photos that have been posted up from the Nero's Golden Palace. Now, let's just take the screen up. Right now, these are some photos that someone has shared. I believe they're screenshots from the YouTube video that is floating around. I'll try and get the link up for that. Now, what really what really made the difference in seeing these is obviously wall mosaics. You find very few of them, particularly from the sort of first, second century Roman Empire, from the Roman world. Obviously, we have a number of examples of the Byzantine ones, the smalty ones, because they're in churches and they continued in use, but not so much these. So this really is just this one just gives you an idea of the size. This is in Nero's Golden Palace in Rome, which was, I believe, there was the Great Fire of Rome in AD 64 or CE 64, and these were built in the 3 or 4 years after, and they basically ended up after he was after Nero's killed. That it was buried, completely forgotten about, and it's only recently that relatively recently, that they've been excavating these. And although, as you can see from the picture here, there is a lot missing, there is enough there which you'll see in the close-up photos for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skim right back to the beginning of these, and then we'll go through the close-up shots. So let's just take a look here. Which was the beginning. I think it is this one. Okay. Now these will be, look to me like there is some stone, but also some glass, also some sort of cut glass. I don't know. I suppose I should do, when the fired glass, when the cut glass becomes specifically smalty. But I mean, pretty certain some of this is. Unfortunately, the video is all in Italian, so I'm not sure. I mean, this is one of those things that you could spend a few days just studying, just trying to find out more information about it. But we just have to go with what we've done. Now, again, when you look at any face, any portraiture, sort of step back from it, squint your eyes, look at it, and try to determine which are the light areas, which are the dark areas. It sort of gives you an idea of how they're being put together. So these are mainly sort of close shots, and you can see fairly varying in size on there. This is part of someone's arm or leg. Now, it's really hard to tell if there's any synopia on here that I've seen, as in paintings under the stone. And it would be very nice to know if there were some of that. Let's just go through. This is a good shot from the side. You can see, obviously, wall mosaics, they don't need to be smooth, but you can see they are fairly flat. They work fairly neatly, so you don't have bits sticking out, because obviously you're going to get shadowing where you don't want it to. You need to see the colors of the tesseract, so you still have to work fairly well to be able to get it. And you can see, if we go over to the left here, you can see this sort of dark red and this sort of browny green, and here on the eyebrow, that looks like stone. Some of the white, but then here, I mean, you can see definitely with the black there, and just down at the base of the nose, the nostril, that's glass. And here's a closer shot from the same one. That green, I would think, is very likely to be glass for it. Now, it does look like there's colouring. This is obviously where the tesserae have fallen away. On the top left, this interior, you see the could be the sort of different colours. So they painted a rough guide onto the wet plaster and then pushed the tesserae in the same way as the sort of Byzantine ones, the later ones were. That one's a little bit washed out. Let's skip. Yeah, again, another quite nice close-up of it. Definitely worth having a look, having a scan through these yourself and see what you can get out of it, and particularly if you're looking to do portraiture. Right, so again, going back, let's just see you see this size. This is one of the faces. Now you can look here, the best representation, the figure down here at the bottom left, center, and right. You can see the figure, so it gives you an idea of the size of this and how this must have been when it was complete. Here's some more going back. You see, there's one of the on the right here, one of the theatre masks of the old man. You can see the beard there, and that sort of that on the figure on the left, the female figure, that sort of look of pathos on the face. Notice the size of these tesserae here on the forehead there, but still getting all that detail in, and the expression on the face there. There's a bit of a better shot from that. I mean, it definitely looks like this. The setting bed, the plaster, had been painted in the same way as you paint fresco, and then they'd push the tesserae in. I'm not saying that for definite, but it looks like it to me. Let's see what others. Yeah, again, a little bit of a washed out photo there. You see, you can go they go almost right up to the limit of the size here. That line, that white line down the center of the nose. There's your sort of lighter green ones, which could be some sort of glass. There, another one. The black looks to be stone there, and the blue, the center bottom there, definitely would be a piece of glass there. And a closer up, there's your glass piece, your blue down the bottom there. And again, when you're studying, learning portraits, wanting to work in that style, when you're studying the originals, make sure you keep coming back, keep coming away to see the effect, and then go in. Don't spend all your time so close, because then it's very easy for you to lose your perspective then. And I think that, yeah, so the details of the hands here, how they've been done, really nice sort of work. And this is typical sort of some mosaics where you get up close and it's very hard to see what they are, but then when you come back from them, when you squint your eyes, which has the effect of blurring the lines between the tesserae, then you can see the actual shapes that they have. And you can see there that this on the left side of the screen there, right hand, it's almost you've got the thumb in out, and then the four fingers are just sort of like they're just closing over something there. Notice how they're using a lot of dark shades in this one. Again, from the other, you can see where the light is coming from the top left of the screen as you look at him, but using a lot of these dark colors, a lot of the shading in there. So fantastic pieces. I'd love to know some more. Let's say I'll get the link for the video on there, but well worth having a look at it. Let me just come back, get me back again. Yeah, so it just sort of sometimes you get these ones come up and they look really stunning. And I mean, you see now, I've put this on the small screen, you see how much more detail you get, because you're now looking at a position that it was meant to be seen, which was much further away. So yeah, take a look. Fantastic piece of work. Hopefully there'll be more information coming out soon about them as well.